Well, good day everybody. Welcome to this teardown video of this here diesel heater. It's treated me well over the past, let's see, I used it for one winter and a little bit during this winter. Mild use. Not every day. Gonna take this apart and see how the soot problem is, get familiar with its internal workings, and see how hard it is to clean. So let's take this thing apart and see how much soot there is for some pretty moderate use for one winter. Alright, so here we got the exhaust side. Got a cap on there with a couple, it looks like little hooks that clip into the case. And this side comes off with just a twist and a pull. Get this gasket off the bottom. Okay, looks like this off next. See if there's a way to do this without gouging up the case. Or does this even need to come off? It kinda doesn't look like that needs to come out. So I need to find out what is holding this in. Oh wow, it just seems to be sitting in there. It's easy enough. Grab that core, pull it out of there. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But that's really handy for disassembly. It picks right up and out of the little case there. Look at that. Handy. It's got some cushion in there. Alright, so here's the control board. Glow plug on the other side. I want to pull this out just real quick and see what that looks like. That's real handy, so if you ever need to replace the glow plug, it's just a simple assembly there. Short pigtail. Easy to remove. Pull back that cover a little bit. Gonna need to cut a slot in one of my sockets to undo that so the wires can slip off to the side and get a socket on there. There might be a way to detach this from here. I suppose you could if you want to desolder that. I'm not going to chance compromising that glow plug. This thing still works really good. So let's just take it apart and take a look at it from the inside. Alright, so there's your control board, your DC motor, burn chamber, you got your intake, your exhaust. There's a fuel line that comes up into there. A sensor on the top. A wire clip holding that in. And want to take this apart, I need to disconnect that or pop it out. Let's see. how easy that is to do. Not too bad. Comes right out. So that's just to check the temperature of the surface of that case there. Got 4 Allens over here, and I think that should just separate. Everything's got a little channel cut, so there's an easy way to get to the inner workings. Let's do this. Disconnect this control board the rest of the way so that can come off as well. It's the motor, and an Allen. There's that control board. So then we are just left with the metal shell, glow plug, and the motor. Pop it apart. Ooh, there it is. What the heck? That's plastic. So there's the, oh, okay, so there's the, it's like a turbine. And that's bringing in the fresh air right there. That's some kind of turbine. There's the output from the turbine, which comes in right about here. Okay, so this isn't the burn chamber, this is the kind of a cold air chamber. The fuel line coming in, spurts right in there in this little spot with the glow plug goes into. It actually looks like I can get into there now with an Allen and take that out, but okay, so 4 more Allens, and it looks like we got to take that glow plug out if I want to pull this section out. So let's do that. Looks like we got to take the gasket off so the fuel line can slide out. Oh, they're pretty tight. Let's grab a razor blade. Okay, let's take this glow plug out. Okay, looks like that is a 12mm. Nice. So not necessary to cut you a slotted socket to take this out, though it would be handy for quick changes. Alright, there be the little bitty glow plug. Looking pretty clean, not too sooty or anything. Of course, I guess it wouldn't be. It's gonna burn that all off in its cool down cycle. Alright, glow plug out. Got 4 more Ellens now. Okay, so there's the oxygen input. Glow plug. Looks like we've got a little bit of a screen in there. So fuel comes in, gets ignited by the glow plug. Things get hot, glow plug turns off, keeps burning. So this looks like a burn chamber. We're getting into some soot here, though it looks very good. I think I can go a couple of years without having to worry about cleaning one of these, even on heavy use. Just from the feel I'm getting from this, and with the amount of use that I got, and from how dirty it is. And that's what it looks like down inside that tube. And here we are inside of this main chamber. Got a lot of fins in there to soak up the heat. Oh, there's a little chunk of something. What is that? Little chunk of something. Little chunk of something in there. Could have been in there since it was made, though. Who knows? But there's actually a lot of little crumbly things in there. It looks very good for the most part. I'm not even going to clean that, though. I now know what it will take. Very easily can get in there with a wire brush. I would take that gasket out first, though. Yeah, 1 winter. Looks great. I think you can go a couple winters. At least, and not be cleaned. Not have to be cleaned. There it is, all the parts to the diesel heater. 2 gaskets, 1 still in there. The main chamber, the burn chamber. I'm making up these kind of names on my own a little bit. I don't know if that's the proper terms for these, but seems like this would be a burn chamber, main chamber, or that's the burn chamber, and this is a fuel igniter chamber. Who knows? I'll have to look that up later. Got the fan unit, or the blower unit. Moves the air on both sides for the burn chamber and for the ducting. That goes along the outside of the main chamber. Shell. Control board. A very easy thing to work on. I like it. It's very accessible. Got this nice little slide out rubber grommet thing for the fuel lines. You don't have to take anything apart unnecessarily. And yeah, let's put it back together and make sure it still works. Maybe I'll clean in the back. Looks like the fire burns in here, comes out and around, and then out to the exhaust. Alright, that pretty much does it. All the plugs are different sizes, so they can't really be mixed up. They can only go back on the plug that they're supposed to go on to. Found a little imperfection here in the mold. A little extra chunk of metal there. For those who find that interesting, I don't see that being too big a deal. Just something to point out. Got an extra chunk of aluminum in there. Now it's just a matter of dropping it right back in here. He's got these little tabs to line up with some slots on the case. There we go. Cover. And the vent. Pretty darn easy. I like it. Not very easy as a whole. Obviously, you need to uninstall the thing if I'm talking about the ease of cleaning. Maybe not so easily. You do have to uninstall the thing from the floor and then do all this, but all in all, I thought this was pretty nice little deal. And I have discovered that it's just going to take a very long time for the soot to build up in here with the amount of use that I'm giving it. So next time I take one of these apart, it'll probably be a couple winters from now. I think we're good. I really like these diesel heaters. Okay. Now we're good. Looks like you got a little port, a little plug on this side, so if you want to flip the wires over, that's kind of nice. I still like the plastic ones. They're a little noisier, but a little cheaper too. And I may have an idea for this in the near future, so stay tuned. Alright, got everything together I need for a test. And the exhaust, to divert the exhaust away from, I'm just going to leave that open. So I'll divert the exhaust away so it doesn't get sucked into the clean side of the intake there. Just for a quick test to make sure it still works. Got the wire harness from the new kit that reused the old harness. Fuel line. This thing, I'm going to put it in just a mayonnaise jar and make a little test tank. Alright, there's my test setup. Get it tied into the battery bank there. And for the first time, I'm going to go ahead and try manual pumping. Finally, we're trying to memorize how to do this. These controllers make things so hard. You got to push and hold OK and twirl around on one foot and do 5 jumping jacks and press and hold OK, press up, press down. Okay. Manual fuel filling. That would be handy. Time to start up. Actually, a timed shutdown would be nice. Program it to shut off by the time morning comes and the sun hits the RV. Let's yeah, get that going here. Alright, power's hooked up. Jeez, that display is so dim now I can barely see it in the partial daylight. First, press and hold the down arrow key under the non-setting status. So just normally, while it's just sitting there, press and hold the down key and then press the OK key simultaneously to enter manual oil pumping interface. When H off is displayed, first release the OK key. Okay, so press and hold the down, then OK key, and it does now say H off, H-O-F. Press up arrow key to activate. Oh, there you go, activated. Simply press the down arrow key or the set key to deactivate. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the fuel line here and let that cycle back into this little deal because there's a lot of air in there. There's the diesel. Got a bunch of previous, there's some old diesel left in the fuel pump probably here. Still says H on. That's really handy. I'll have to remember that. That setting actually wasn't too hard to do. Just gotta memorize, hold down, OK, and then press up. That's it. That wasn't too bad. Alright, get that diesel pulled through. Not quite up here yet. Well, it looks like automatically shuts off after a little bit. Still says H on though, so I press down to turn H off. Press it back up. Yep, it will restart. Cool. Here it comes. Almost there. Let the air get out of that pump. Oh no! It's almost there too. There it is. Drip, 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 drip. Off. Cool, I like it. So press the OK button and get out of that. Cool. Alright, fuel is primed. that line in. All primed and ready to go. That's awesome. I like that setting. Okay, let's turn it on. No rubbing. It's good. Got airflow. The oil plug's heating up. Current temperature according to this is 44 degrees on that core. Ground is 36 degrees. The barn 36. Patches is 37. She's got a little heat inside her, that's why probably. But yeah, 34 degrees out. It's freaking cold. Not freezing yet, but we are not even in January, so it's too soon to complain. And we have ignition. Feel that warming up already. Oh, that's kind of startled me a little bit. A burst of smoke. Foggy breath a day for sure. Every breath I take, it's like I'm blowing out a cigarette. Puff. Jeez, that thing moves a lot of air. Oh, that feels so good. It's freezing cold out here, but I got a nice little campfire here. Ooh, that stinks. Ooh, my camera. Dry it out. There we go. I love it. Successful teardown. Got familiarized with the cleaning process and the inner workings of it all. Stay tuned, we're going to have to put that soon. Put it somewhere, do something with it. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.